You know, a lot of people are still upset over the fact that Cody Rhodes did not win the World Heavyweight Championship at the end of WrestleMania 39 against Roman Reigns. You know, I'm even now questioning why they didn't have him win the championship, with WWE announcing that they are presenting or unveiling a new World Heavyweight Championship for Monday Night Raw. I mean, if this was the way you wanted to go, why didn't you just split the titles via the WWE draft, having Cody Rhodes win the big one at WrestleMania and then split the titles that way? Now we need another World Championship on Monday Night Raw because Vince wants the titles on Roman till God knows when. And WWE right now is looking at 3 World Championships, 2 on Roman and 1 on Monday Night Raw, which right now sits vacant. I understand a lot of people wanted Cody to win. I get it. I get it. It was the right moment. It was the right event. Strike while the iron is hot. The moment was there. The energy was there. It was a perfect setting to finish the story. But it was a very 50-50 split. Some people wanted him to win. Some people wanted him to lose, like me. It was basically the message I wanted to get out there on my road to WrestleMania. Cody needed adversity. He needed adversity. And we got that adversity on Monday nights after WrestleMania in the form of Brock Lesnar. Now, I don't really care for Brock Lesnar. I think whatever he does nowadays is stale. We've seen everything we can from Brock Lesnar. But it became more apparent that when Brock Lesnar showed up and attacked Cody Rhodes and he was going to be Cody Rhodes' adversity, a lot of people were already looking at the similarities of what's going on here, comparing it to John Cena on his road to redemption against The Rock for the WWE Championship. Cody Rhodes is not John Cena, and John Cena is not Cody Rhodes. There are 2 completely different stories going on here. That one did not include the bloodline and the internal turmoil going on right now with the bloodline, which right now to me is a bigger story than whatever's going on with Roman Reigns. I don't like the way Vince McMahon is handling this run. A lot of people are soured on it. A lot of people are soured on Roman Reigns holding the championships hostage for as long as he has. That's why they wanted him to lose. But then the story came out on Friday afternoon via WrestleVotes on Twitter that WWE is already planning a WrestleMania main event for next year's WrestleMania in Philadelphia between Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Championship. They're going to do it again at WrestleMania. WrestleVotes says this, and I quote, "I can say this. The rematch that's at the forefront of everybody's mind is Cody versus Roman. And that is very much on the table to main event WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia next year." Now, WrestleVotes did not explain how this match would come about. They didn't explain how the match could end up finishing. Clearly, if you're going to take us through an entire year of Cody chasing, he's going to have to win it next year, being that he lost in April of this year at 39. But fans already have been speculating with the outcome of WrestleMania 39 that this potentially could take us into next year's WrestleMania. Why didn't Cody win? Why didn't Cody win at WrestleMania 39? You could use adversity. There wasn't enough adversity. There wasn't enough struggle on the road to WrestleMania. I said, well, Vince McMahon's in charge of this. He's booking things at a higher level. A higher level certainly is Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and Brock Lesnar and guys like that. Vince McMahon is mostly in charge of this. He's mainly going to be taking care of the upper echelon superstars on the card. And I feel like Vince McMahon made the decision to have Cody chase the way he's going to chase now. And also, I feel like Cody Rhodes winning it on his first try against somebody that Vince has put so much stock into. Cody Rhodes being away for 7 years, going to start a rival promotion, become an EVP over an AEW, come back and main event WrestleMania and win the big one against Roman Reigns. It was never meant to happen in the first try. I never really understood how people didn't pick up on that. But now here we are, and Cody Rhodes is struggling. I don't think this match should go into WrestleMania next year. I don't. I think that's way too long. I think you're going to burn the fans out. Fans are already souring on Roman Reigns as the World Heavyweight Champion. Fans are already upset that Cody could potentially be looking at winning prize number 2, a second-place prize in the World Heavyweight Championship on Monday Night Raw. And people are upset that Cody is now separated from Roman via the draft. A lot of people are souring in many different aspects on this potential WrestleMania main event. First of all, how the fuck do we get there if they're on separate brands? WWE could have Cody win Money in the Bank. WWE could have Cody traded after many victories on his road to redemption. Cody Rhodes could go into the Royal Rumble and win the Royal Rumble for a second year in a row. I'm not really big on any of those ideas, but if I was to choose one of those ideas, I'd probably have him win Money in the Bank and then cash in at SummerSlam. But I feel with WWE stretching this out to WrestleMania, there will be great fatigue in the eyes of the fans. People, like I said, are already souring on Roman Reigns' title run. Is WWE going to be able to come up with challengers for the entire year for Roman Reigns? They've already started to kind of gather some talent on SmackDown around Roman Reigns. AJ Styles was drafted last night. Bobby Lashley was drafted last night. Who else is going to be drafted? We'll find out on Monday. WWE could be looking at a solid 3 or 4 guys over on SmackDown to challenge Roman Reigns so that he may actually get to WrestleMania as champion and have opponents along the way. Is WWE going to be able to keep Roman Reigns at the level he is now? Because I honestly feel with him kind of holding the championships and fans souring on it, are fans going to be more invested in the Bloodline story right now? Jimmy, Jay, and the tension that's starting to build in the Bloodline. Does Roman really need the championships when I feel the story is greater than his title run right now? Is WWE going to be able to keep Cody Rhodes hot on this entire stretch until WrestleMania next year? That's something that is also a very difficult thing to do. Now, you know, depending on how you view the WWE product, you see on social media, some fans are kind of soured on it. You listen and watch the shows, Cody Rhodes is still the #1 babyface in the entire company, and his reactions are getting bigger and bigger every single week. But is too long too long? You kind of know when it's too long. You kind of know when it's kind of reached its expiration. I honestly feel like SummerSlam would be its expiration. How much struggle does he have to go through? I didn't ask for a year-long story, though I appreciate long-term booking. But there are a lot of things that WWE could potentially find as a problem here. There's a lot of things that may be working against them. Keep it short, concise, and sweet. Cody Rhodes lost at WrestleMania. He wants redemption. He's got to go through multiple opponents, Brock Lesnar being one of them. Obviously, with the World Heavyweight Championship, we now have an opportunity for Cody Rhodes to be put on Monday Night Raw via the draft, which he is. Looking at a championship, he's going to go after that, and he's going to get to the finals, and he's going to lose and fail again. Then he can go into Money in the Bank and win Money in the Bank, and that would be his last-ditch effort, and really make him struggle to get in there. Really make him struggle to get in there. Have him lose a qualifying match. Have him get into a last-ditch qualifying match where they usually take all the losers and put them in a match together, and he wins that one, and he gets in, kind of squeaking himself in there by the skin of his ass. He wins Money in the Bank. He wins the briefcase, cashes it in like a hero does. I want Roman. I want Roman at SummerSlam, and I want the World Heavyweight Championship, the undisputed WWE Championship at SummerSlam. That is my match. I wanted it. I asked for it. I worked for it. It's happening at SummerSlam. The story is very simple. You do not need to drag this out till WrestleMania 40 next year. That's way too long. It's way too long. So I feel like WWE, what's best for them is to keep it short, sweet, concise, and do it at SummerSlam. That way, Roman is free of the titles. You could focus on his story with the Bloodline, which to me right now is more interesting. The titles don't deserve to be tied up that long unless Vince really wants him to break more records on top of more records, which I don't really care about. 1,000 days is enough for me. It really is. The titles don't deserve it. I feel like the story with the Bloodline is bigger than what Roman's doing at the championships right now. Cody doesn't deserve it. Cody's the hottest guy in the company. Give him the titles. That frees the titles and Cody to go and wrestle others for the World Championship. How many other stories are you interested in with Cody Rhodes as the World Champion? Gunther, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Edge. I mean, there are so many new and fresh opponents and so many different matches for the World Championship scene that don't include Roman Reigns that could be beneficial for the WWE product. Why are we going to stretch this out and give another year of WWE programming the same feel with Roman Reigns as champion when you got Cody Rhodes ready right there, and all we're asking for is just a little struggle, a little adversity? SummerSlam is the way to do it. It really is. So this WrestleVotes rumor, I hope it doesn't happen. I really don't. I think SummerSlam is the way to do it in Detroit. And why I'm saying SummerSlam, it really goes to show you how symbolic the Rhodes family is to the wrestling industry. Dusty Rhodes, before I get out of here, he wrestled superstar Billy Graham in the summer of 1977 at Madison Square Garden, where he did win the World Championship, but ultimately had it taken away from him. Cody Rhodes had the World Championship taken away from him. Let's have Cody Rhodes win it in the summer of 2023 and do what his father could not do in the summer of 1977 at Madison Square Garden, but this time in Detroit at Ford Field against the greatest final boss in the history of WWE in Roman Reigns. That is the stage. That is the outcome. That is your new world champion. I know the glitz and the glam and the WrestleMania main event sounds great in theory, and it looks great on paper for a rematch, for Roman and Cody to go into the main event next year and for Cody to win the big win at WrestleMania. I understand it. But there are ways that you could do it, and it still makes sense while making everything else around it better. I honestly believe that this would be best for the WWE as far as their programming is concerned. Let me know what you guys think about this rumor of Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40 in the main event next year in Philadelphia. Do you agree with it? Do you want to see it at SummerSlam? Sound off in the comments below. Follow me on social media at JD from NY206. That's Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and Cameo. Please hit that subscribe button down below and turn on the bell for notifications. Also, please hit that thumbs up. Let's try for 1,000 likes minimum today on Off the Script, and I will be back with more news right here on OTS.